PIO, Public Information Officer. In general, what does that mean in particular with the LAFD?
Sure, well, when you look at that title in general, really for all departments, the public, the information, and the officer, the information is a big part of what we do. It's the gathering and disseminating. And when we're doing our messaging, often we'll use a messaging triangle. So we're going to tell people what is happening. We're going to tell them what we're doing about it and ultimately what it means to them. And so we want to be timely, accurate, and consistent with our messaging, and that gives us credibility. When you have a big brush fire and when you see one of us in front of a map and we're pointing saying this is where the fire is, this is where it's going, anybody south of Mulholland, west of the 405, north of Sunset, east of Topanga needs to evacuate now. We want people to do that.
We still have some more Live with LAFD to come to you. We'll be joining Fire Station 13 out in the Pico Union, Koreatown area.
I understand that you wear a couple hats with the LAFD. I mean, you have the communications component, and then you also work with a canine unit, which I think is fascinating.
My official role is as PSOs. So we have three areas that we focus on. One is incident information. So we're going to get information out, and that includes large brush fires, evacuations, safety information. And then there's queries. So the media is going to call us throughout the day, asking questions for their news shows. And then the public, any question they have about the fire department ends up on our desk. And then the other piece is social media. We are two-way on social media. We engage. So we use it for education, for communication, for incidents. And then my secondary role that I chose to take on is as a canine handler. For the last 12 years or so, I've also worked human remains detection, which is unfortunately looking for people that didn't survive. And whether that's at a collapsed fire or I may do searches for law enforcement agencies, etc. But that's something I personally do that's not an official part of this role.
Okay, and just on a personal note, what's the dog's name?
Vea.
Vea.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's amazing.
I have no doubt.
Becoming a firefighter, I knew that it was the right choice for me. I think that's a lifelong challenge, is just being confident in knowing what you want and being willing to go for it.
Okay, so where do you fit into this puzzle of communication?
My main function is to provide Angelenos with a Spanish spokesperson.
And I would imagine that's an incredibly important responsibility given the diversity of our population.
Our main mission is, number one, the safety of the public and keeping them safe, but number two, to facilitate the firefighting work that happens out there and making sure people evacuate out of their communities in an organized and timely manner supports the people in the field. And what we don't want is to create a funnel of traffic heading out of hillside communities when our fire engines are trying to come in and defend those properties.